Welcome back to the PWC channel. We have another match today. It is a task division match and it is between Gaillardia and HTZ Attila, two of our new coaches, or a returning coach in Gaillardia's case, and two of the more exciting coaches of the league, in my opinion at least. Attila is always sure to bring the fireworks, and so let's see what he's got in store for us today. We do have Yuxi, which is his signature. Then we got Tangrove, Infernape, Cofagrigus, Landers, Ethereum, and Clefable. Then on the opposing side, we do have Altaria, Zamazenta Crowned. This is Pyukumuku, Circuitry, Mamoswine, and the signature, which is Tauros Fire. So let's see what both these guys have. So looking at the matchup, just looking at the Zamazenta, yeah, it seems like Attila is prepared quite well for it. He's got the Tangrove, which can take a hit. Landers, in theory, should check it. And the Kofag probably as well. And these guys wanna know if they can start, and they can indeed. And yeah, so the memo, of course, is a big threat for Attila as well, because no team in the world really switches into memo. But yeah, I guess he also deals with it quite well. Many of these things are just physically bulky as it is, so if it's not banded, it's probably just not gonna do it KO. And yeah, in Infernape's case, it resists the priority and can knock it out with a fighting type move. So yeah, that's looking nice. Yeah, I think Attila. Jesus Christ, why did I not mute all these sounds? There we are. Okay. Yeah, so we got the lead matchup, which seems like it's could potentially be in Attila's favor, but of course, Mamoswine as a lead likes to carry the focus sash, so that's definitely something that you should be worried about. So I expect a U-turn or a fake out here. Attila likes to run fake out on Infernape. He's done that repeatedly this season. And this week is no different, apparently. And we see an interesting item. We see the eject button on Pyukumuku, which is a nice way to pivot with it. Just not be as passive, and now he gets a free switch into something. And yeah, we shall see what he chooses here. I mean, Altaria seems tempting. He would get to Mega it immediately, and depending on his set, like Hyper Voice, for example, looks incredibly free. Yeah, but he instead chooses to go into Tauros, which, yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna win one-on-one against Infernape, I would guess, just because it has lowered attack now if it's a physical one, and it should be physical because it has fake out. So yeah, it makes sense in that regard. But yeah, I guess he was probably fearing the gunk shot. That's what made him hesitate to go into Altaria. But yeah, there we see the close combat on Landorus. So yeah, that at least reveals that Landorus is not leftovers at the very least. But that also means he has to switch into it now, and he's not entirely comfortable doing so, in my opinion. He has the Altaria to resist the ground type move, or be immune to it, I should say. But yeah, obviously would be weak to a potential rock move. And Pyukumuku is just, it's bulky, but it doesn't have the most HP in the world, and I don't think it really wants to take an Earthquake to the face. So let's see. Oh yeah, takes it better than I thought it would have. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have leftovers. So now he has to choose, does he want to recover with it? In which case, Attila gets the momentum. Yeah, this is just a problem with Pyukumuku. It's really nice because it can't be beaten easily, but yeah, it's just a little whatever that thing is called in English, but yeah, it's a little passive thing. Let's say it that much. All right, so finally he goes into Altaria on the Tangrove, which makes sense because Tangrove really most of the time won't be able to do much to Altaria. So yeah, the Hyper Voice, if he has it, looks incredibly free in this matchup. Like not a single resist. Clefable potentially might be able to take it, but other than that, Yuxi also can take it, but it doesn't have recovery, and the rest isn't the most specially bulky stuff in the world. So yeah, let's see. Protect. Nice. Oh, he does have Fire Blast, so he is special, so it means he probably also has the Hyper Voice. So yeah, if he has that, he can just click it now. All he really does need is to weaken this Clefable a little bit, if he manages to ever do that somehow, then yeah, this just clicks Hyper Voice and makes progress, weakens the team. But yeah, definitely, I must say Attila is having a good start here. Looks good for him so far, especially considering that Gaillardia is for sure one of the stronger coaches in the league. Gil has been talking so highly of him. So, and he also made finals, as I said in the coach announcement back in January. Gaillardia was a former PWC finalist in the highest division in season 4, where he lost against Shark. And I still remember that because I'm a huge nerd. He lost to Suikyun in the finals, if I remember correctly. Wow, this Hyper Voice does so much to Clef. 49%. Now that's huge. Yeah, that just means this Clef is not leftovers as well. So it might potentially be something insane like Life Orb or so. Yeah, this just means this Hyper Voice is gonna do wonders for Gaillardia in this matchup. But he definitely took a chunk out of its health already. Now Attila did, so that's good for him. He's definitely holding his own so far. And yeah, Attila, just in general, it's just a pleasure to have him in the league. He's got all these insane sets all the time. Like, we haven't seen much of the insanity so far this battle. It was more standard so far, I would say, like Leech Seed Tangrove, Earthquake on Landorus, which wow, yeah, this is for sure life orb. 58%. What the hell? This might even be specs, but I mean, yeah, on Clef in general, I would say life orb makes a lot of sense. And it hits really hard. It's one of my favorite Clef sets. Like, whenever I drafted Clef, which has been not that much, but if I had, I like to play the life orb set because yeah, people really expect it to be more passive than it has to be most of the time, and it has got such great coverage options. And yeah, doesn't take life orb damage. All in all, really tempting, nice set to run. So yeah, really glad to see Attila's creative prep paying off once more. And the little, like, what is this called in English? This thing. It's called Seegurke in Germany, which basically means cucumber of the sea. And yeah, so yeah, I really think it's quite cute, but I don't know the English word for that species. All right, we do see Memo and not the Zamazenta Crown, interestingly. And we do see Icicle Crash. So yeah, Gaillardia figured that this must be a more offensive clef, which makes sense. And yeah, Life Orb Memo in itself is just a really hard hitter. And yeah, takes out the Clefable for the equalize, for the, what's it called? For the equalizes by taking out the Clefable. And once again, we do see the Toro switching into the everlasting fake out. Like, I don't know if I've seen anything else but fake out from Attila's Infernape this season. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think this this is like the 15th fake out I've seen, and I have never seen another move. I'm pretty sure. Probably not, but it feels like it. Well, anyway, we got the Toros in there once again. I feel like both the Lando as well as the Kofag should be quite safe switch-ins. If he wants to predict the... we see the Will-O-Wisp. Interesting. So this is not the first time we see this run more defensive, which makes sense because of the Intimidate, of course, and Willow is a nice move. So yeah, interesting. The Kofag is now burned. Yeah, but I mean, Kofag would rather be burned than Lando, so Gaillardia was definitely hoping for the Lando switch once again here. Doesn't have a Ghost Resist on his team, but yeah, I mean, well, it's iffy. Like, he switches into Circuitry. Oh, damn it, once again. This is also not the first time we see Iron Defense or Kofag from Attila. And yeah, but it's not that specially bulky. It can't be a Sword Vest. And Circuitry is just insanely strong, so let's see. Does have 1 immunity, 1 resist for the electric type move, but I mean, if Tangrowth is also not a Sword Vest, so it doesn't really want to take this hit. So all he can really do is switch into Lando if he does want to risk that. But yeah, this circuitry is looking, whenever it does get in, it really will do a lot of damage, likely. Unless he like predicts the Thunderbolt correctly by going into Lando. Yeah, but I'm not even sure if Tangrowth switches into a T-Bolt at all. Like, that would probably still do almost 50%. Or let's see. I don't know. Is Tailglow legal or is it not? I forgot myself. If Tailglow is, oh, he switched. Yeah, he kind of predicted the Lando here, and he gets a crucial crit. This means that no, he's probably still not gonna do it KO, but that's annoying nonetheless for Gaillardia. Well, um, so he predicted the Lando last time. If he goes for T-Bolt now, this is gonna be it for Kofag, or is it? Did 31%? Now that's probably gonna live. Like, yeah, it did. But yeah, there goes the Kofag. Nice Will-O-Wisp kill for the Tauros, which you don't see every day. And in comes the Infernape once again, trying to click its mighty fake. If he clicks fake out here, I'm gonna be really. Why would you click fake out every single time? Guys, what are the odds he's just mono fake out on the set? Like, he switched up moves. He can't be faster than your Infernape. Why would you click fake out? Anyway, yeah, so he did click fake out. Even if he was scarfed, he would have been locked into Energy Ball, but yeah, let's disregard all that. The fake out is just a move to click on Infernape, apparently. Now he has to switch into Tauros once again, and it's still close, but I would say at this point, Gaillardia is probably has to be the favorite now, just because he doesn't have a single switch in left for this Hyper Voice. It's gonna do so much damage every single time, and he really gets his hits off against Tangrowth, against Yuxi probably, against Infernape as well if it doesn't have Gang Shot. And it probably doesn't have Gang Shot because we already figured out that it is mono fake out. So yeah, Altaria is huge in this matchup for Gaillardia now. And yeah, once this Lando is gone, the same goes for the Tauros. And yeah, the Mamoswine as well. Like, yeah, he still has Infernape, but yeah, like I said, he doesn't have close combat because he's mono fake out. So yeah, this is probably just gonna lose to Mamoswine as well. But yeah, we shall see what happens here. He should probably sack the circuitry now. Doesn't look amazing anymore. Like, oh, but he decides to Terra into water instead. Well, I would have switched circuitry, but I'm also a conservative dickhead, so yeah, I guess you can also just Terra in water, which is nice, definitely. Can probably still deal with Infernape now, at least after it is intimidated. And yeah, it's now free to hopefully for him knock out the Lando. I mean, it has done 28% and it's now at 28%, so it's going to be a roll in all likelihood, but yeah. Yeah, I for sure would have sacked the circuitry, but yeah, I'm also not playing, so who cares? But yeah, it looks tough for Attila to bring this back, but you never know because Attila is playing insane sets all the time. Like his Yuxi has been a sweeper more times than not, so you usually associate it with a more defensive set. But in Attila's case, like he likes to run Nasty Plot or could be Subcall Mind. Like sets like that, he doesn't have a psychic resist, so it could be if it is like Subcall Mind, whatever, and a psychic move, it could still sweep potentially. Yeah, could outspeed Mamoswine potentially as well. So yeah, if it is this defensive, it's also gonna outspeed this. But yeah, this just outsped Lando, so yeah, now he sacks the circuitry. I would have done that initially, but Well, now it is in against Tangrove. Could Volt Switch if it has it. Like, he wants to go into Altaria now and make some more progress because, yeah, Attila, the only switch he has left is Yuxi, and Yuxi is also the only real win out he has left. So, yeah, I don't see. It's gonna be really tough for Attila to win this. Wow, the Volt Switch does 42%. Yeah, like I said, the Thunderbolt would have easily done around 50. And yeah, there we see the Altaria. It took a little bit more damage, but it could roost up now if it has it. Yeah, on the Protect. That's nice. Yeah, and this is just definitely something drops here. Yeah, unless he switches into Yuxi, but that would also mean that his win con is likely weakened to the point where it can't win anymore. Yeah, so he sacks the Lando. Definitely a wise choice. And yeah, now we have to see the Yuxi, and it has to be something insane like Subcom Mind or something along those lines. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to win this game. Or he has to pull it out of the bag with Fake Out Infernape, the Almighty. Yeah, let's see what he does here. Hasn't gone into Yuxi yet, so definitely not an easy decision apparently for him. He can't go into Tangrove. He could go into Infernape because we already saw that Gaillardia is scared of the gunk shot. But yeah, at this point he could also just sack Circuitry and then go into Tauros afterwards. And what is Raging Bull? Is this still a fire move? Or is this a water move now? Because if it is a water move, he probably can't touch Tangrove anymore with this Tauros. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna rejoice every time Attila goes into Tangrove because Tangrove means Altaria means something dies. So yep, that's why Attila is thinking a little bit here because this is pretty much a if this Yuxi is not the solution here, then he doesn't have a solution. So all right, there we go. Finally, we see the Yuxi. Gaillardia probably shaking in fear now, quivering in fear, I should say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Be calm mind or you lose. Like, if it could still be some crazy nasty plot set as well. Let's see. Ghost. Terra Ghost. Wow, that does more damage than I would have expected. And I also don't get why he clicked Fire Blast here. He must have anticipated some sort of anti-fairy Terra. But it did not do that. And wow, 43% to Altaria. I'm honestly impressed. Is this like choice specs or? He doesn't have a ghost resist. It's nice because it can potentially deal with Zamazenta. But yeah, this must be offensive. Altaria is a big girl. So takes a lot of force to hurt it through all those clouds. So yep. That's why Gaillardia is thinking for a little bit now. He knows that he can click Hyper Voice next time, but yeah, right now it's not simple. This Yuxi is faster than Altaria as well, so a critical hit would do it here. Possibly even an extremely high roll. And if it is specs, like what switches into specs Shadow Ball, he should finally sack this circuitry probably and then go, yeah, what into what? Probably into Memo. I'm not even sure. It's not, yeah, this Yuxi, once again, this has been probably Attila's best mon. He has used it really well as a signature, you have to say. Like, he did a lot with it. Didn't always get his reward, but Yuxi by itself was definitely a strong pick for him. And yeah, once again, it puts Gaillardia into an awkward situation. Yeah, I would go into circuitry and sack it, but I don't really have a good solution afterwards either, so he's probably gonna have to beat this down with some effort. Like, yeah, he would probably have to weaken the Yuxi with Memo and then kill it with Zamazenta or the other way around. Other than that, I don't see how he deals with it comfortably. So yeah, it looks like that's exactly the route he's gonna go. He's gonna weaken it with knockoff and then hopefully kill it off with Zamazenta later on. But yeah, wow, 60%. Oh, here, he goes for Icicle Crash, yeah. Now he can Ice Shard, and that would mean that it's very weakened. And then he should still win this game, even though Attila managed to keep it quite close. I'm impressed. Good game, definitely. Very good game, interesting game. As always. Like, I don't think Attila has disappointed a single time. It's always been fun. Like, he has to... You think this is specs? I think this is specs. Did so much damage. And Yuxi's by itself is not that strong. So yeah. Now we can go into Zamazenta. The close combat is incredibly free. And yeah, after that, if he switches into Tangrowth, he goes into Altaria and picks up another kill. And yeah, from there, he pretty much wins this. But he is thinking for a little bit here, which is like, even if is he fearing this to be scarfed? No, he goes into Tauros. Interesting. So maybe he is max speed on Tauros. Wow, if he's not max speed, this is gonna be a big mistake because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be timid specs, and it's gonna knock out the Tauros. I thought this Tauros is defensive, so let's see. He should have just gone into Samas. Oh, he switches out. Interesting. Alright, so this is still a fire move apparently, but Tangrowth is like like what a yeah, you just can't kill it on the physical side if it's invested, so interesting. So both these guys must know something I don't. Either this is confirmed to be super speedy, or Attila doesn't have as much investment as we thought. But yeah, once again, Tangrowth is in. You can pretty freely go into Altaria and do whatever, really. Like, he doesn't really fear anything now. Leech Seed is always annoying, but it's not gonna change much. Oh, he clicks Raging Bull again. Ah, so he wants to get a free turn to go into Altaria. He wants to get a protect turn. Now he's gonna switch into Altaria. For sure. But I'm really confused. Why didn't we see the Zamazenta yet? No, he keeps on going for the Raging Bull, interestingly. Well, yeah, I guess that's the safer play, question mark? This could still get awkward for him, like, he protects now, and this means that after he switches out and he sacks Yuxi, this Tangrowth is still at a lot of health, so yeah, Altaria, wow. Took damage, now it has to roost. And then it takes a hit by Yuxi, so yeah. This is not comfortable, so it's gonna take some damage again. Wow, crit! Wow. Wow. Okay. So that means, yeah, Infernape comes in, and he also can't switch this into Tangrowth again, so interesting. Yeah, now pretty much has to say, wow, this crit was huge. You think this lives if he clicks Fake Out again? Imagine he clicks Fake Out on the switch into Zamazenta now. Please don't click Fake Out, just click anything but not Fake Out. Yeah, but Gaillardia is probably gonna sack the Tauros now. Doesn't really serve any purpose anymore. And then, like, we haven't seen the Zamazenta yet, but it should be able to deal with... Oh, it is special! Very nice. Ah, wow, so it can potentially OHKO this... and why did he... anyway, yeah, let's not think about that. So, Focus Blast, if it hits, like, If it's like you think he's Specs fake out, I wouldn't put it past Attila to be Specs fake out, which would be amazing if he was. But yeah, I mean, this Zamazenta has to beat Infernape now. It has to. If it doesn't, Attila just wins, which would be which would be insane, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it probably can't OHKO it, I would guess. And yeah, that means it has to live a super effective Focus Plus, which can it live? Why? Well, it doesn't matter, but now you goes for body press. Yeah, he weakens it. He could win this. He could win this, but he can't give Gaillardia this free switch into Altaria. Why would he keep on protecting? All right, yeah, now he has to win it with Infernape. Like Gaillardia had the chance to switch into Altaria on one of these protects and win the game by doing so, but yeah, he didn't take it. So yeah, let's see, let's see. He has to lift this Focus Blast, or just Jesus Christ, is it that strong? I had no idea. All right, it is an S plus tier, of course. So yeah, that must have been his thought process all along. Still think he could have done that a little earlier as well, but yeah, I guess. GG guys, that was interesting, and that came down to the wire. That was a thriller all the way through. So yeah, with that being said, see you guys in the next one.